Okay, it looks like the dwarves get the ball first.
Boy, mine's loading and stuck.
You found the game and you're loading the game, or?
Nope. Just trying to get the search results to come up.
Oh, okay.
Internal server error. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
maybe I'll reboot my game.
I don't reboot the game, just leave the search and go back into Cabal TV. Sometimes it
Too
gets
late.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, you'll have to get a play-by-play then. Until you get in here. Well, the rats kicked it deep. It'll be more fun to talk about once you're here.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're streaming?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It should be.
Alright, my game is loaded up.
Dwarves take their first block.
Cabal TV. Search for match. Oh yeah, I don't even need to search.
It just shows up in the live matches.
Alright, I'm gonna start my stream.
Sounds good. So far, there's been no blood. A Longbeard tried to hit a Storm Vermin, but it was a push and both down, so... Oh, this time a rat's going down. Armor break and a stun.
A stun already, huh?
Yep. First successful block, and it's an armor break into stun.
Was it a 1-die?
No, he's making 2-die blocks. But gosh, the block, these are terrible block dice for every other team but dwarves. Because it's a skull and a both down, both times.
Okay, so it's kin of the Warforge
Yeah, man.
versus Pied.
Those are terrible block dice for anyone but these dwarves. The runner's got it in his hands.
Bye. Have a good day at work. Alright, starting broadcast.
But you can see the game now?
Yeah, I can. Yep.
Cool.
Alright, on air. There we go. Okay, so this is the House of Dang Spring League Alpha Round 2, Kin of the Warforge versus the Pied Piper Brigade. We missed the kickoff. I'm here with Tarpshack.
Oh my gosh. I think the dwarves used up all their good block dice in their game with you. Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, and his blitzer.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No long-term effect though.
Yeah, but he's out for this game. That's not good.
He has 2 blitzers though, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, against an agility team, he's gonna want to keep the numbers advantage. Because it's gonna be hard to cover up his... Like, right now, he's got a hole on the left side of his field. So, he can get... Let's see, how many rats can he get back there? Only the one. But, what he can do, and what I would recommend he do, is split the dwarf team. So in other words, try to get as many players as he can between the line of scrimmage and the ball, and the ball carriers, so that his team can't like group up together and create like one big cage or one big formation that they can defend each other.
Hmm.
That's what I would try to do as the rats this turn. And he's got a couple that can do it, right? Like, he's got a lineman that could dodge away. Basically running down that... Well, I guess if I switch over, better. So if I'm looking from the rat's point of view, if they run down the right side. And technically, there's not a whole lot on the left side either. They could run around both sides, actually.
Oh, did you see you can rewind the actions?
Yeah. I didn't know what that was at first. But...
Oh boy. Enzo. That's the one I have a... Oh, I see. I might not be current.
Real Magnus is the one that just dropped.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm watching a replay. Rio Magnus is injured.
Yeah, see, like that gutter run. Oh, that's as far as that gutter runner could go. Okay, yeah, that's good. I don't. So here's the one thing to consider, in my opinion, right? Because those troll slayers exist with frenzy. Normally, you don't want to stand on the end side of the pitch, but when there's frenzy players around, you don't really want to even stand two from the side of the pitch either, because they can just double push you out.
So, what action is being taken? I want to, or what's his turn clock? I want to
122, 121.
Okay, okay, yeah, we're matched up now.
Yeah. So obviously, it strengthens that gutter runner there to have the lineman right next to him. So that's... I assume that means he's going to take a block with Lelich, if that's his name, the other lineman. But he's only got less than a minute to do the rest of his moves, so... Oh, blitz with the ogre. He made it a 3-die block, which is good. He gets to knock down a dwarf.
So,
I would push him to the left, so that yeah, right where he pushed him. Nice. And got the stun. Oh, mighty blow. Gave it to him.
yeah, nice.
Three, four. How much more movement does that rat ogre have? Not really. See, I wouldn't leave him there, because he's kind of plugging the hole you want to use to run through, so I might even risk a GFI if I was going to push him forward like that. That way I could still run my other... Yeah, see. I guess he could always run his other rats around the sideline. Oh, man.
That Enzo.
Oh, did he re-roll it? No. Okay. Cool. All right, switch in view. So now I'm gonna try to remember to switch views and always be looking at the player side.
Oh, I'm just gonna keep mine the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think the rats are really a problem in their current position. That runner can get basically up to the rest of his dwarves. He can build a... Yeah, so my prediction is the dwarves take a couple of blocks, cage up, like maybe around middle field, just like a couple squares behind the line of scrimmage there. Just starts moving down the pitch. So have you decided what you're doing with your team yet? Have you taken a look at where your team's at after your first match?
I mean, I didn't level anyone up, so the only thing I was considering doing is seeing if I could change our team color to black.
I don't know if you can change team color after creation or not, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I like this move pretty good. Oh, actually, I don't know what he's gonna do. I thought he was just gonna mark the rat ogre, which I think is a pretty good call.
Yeah.
My biggest concern.
I think he might even blitz it with his troll slayer.
Yeah, after I saw him set that up, I thought he might be doing that, which is good if he, gets the knockdown.
Because he might be able to blitz that ogre.
Is this
and
the
then
one
use
that
the remaining? Enzo, that's the one that killed Martin.
Okay, yeah, so he's got a track record of killing big guys, so he knows how.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah, good blocks.
Oh, so this is interesting. Chad will have to deal with a little bit of block from the opponents this game.
Right, yeah, it already came into effect. His very first block of the game.
Okay, yeah, I missed that one. He won't have quite as easy a time as he did with the chaos.
Right. He is going to blitz it.
Yeah, so I think he's going to take Enzo after this block and run him back to the top left corner of the cage.
I'm just going to turn around and check something. Okay, yeah, I guess he can. Oh, he failed his dauntless, so he's going to go down, though. That's the danger.
Fingers crossed we get an armor break from the big guy.
Nope. Well, I would say that cage is not very protected at all.
Yeah, that far outside guy.
I mean, if he's willing to take the risk.
What's that ability on the far left guy? That dodge?
Yes, on the gutter runner? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's only strength 2. There you go, standing up your guys. Yeah, I mean, he's got access to this whole side of the cage. The only one standing in the way is Magnus there, and he's standing next to a rat ogre, so... Yeah, I don't love that. I guess there's no way to get Chirrut, that storm vermin, into where the ball is without dodging.
Interestingly, the only guys on the right side of the field to defend this drive are marked by dwarves or really far back.
Yeah, so yeah.
I feel like if he doesn't come around... Yeah, okay. That'll help, but he's all alone, and that's only a 2-strength guy.
Yeah, I mean, gutter runners are your, like, best players in the team. I don't like the idea of just marking people with them. Unless you're, like, in a... I mean, heck, if the rats keep getting these numbers advantages...
yeah.
it's going to make it way... I mean, rats can even play down players, so... To be up 2 players on the dwarf team... Now I really want to see him crowd that ball since he's already got a gutter runner on there. I really want to see him blitz the ball. I'm trying to see if he can even do that anywhere. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a GF. Well, maybe he can go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, he absolutely can. With that guy, he could have blitzed the ball that he just moved. So now he could still do it with the lineman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can still blitz with the lineman, although a blitz with block would have been better. But
I mean, what do you think he was thinking with stopping where he stopped?
I guess he's trying to keep the Enzo from rejoining the fray. But like, I would have, if I was going to do that, I probably would have taken the lineman and stood him next to Enzo. Like, move him over 2 squares and then blitz with my storm vermin. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I feel like the rats need to do, or ought to do, is that they need to take their shots at the ball when the dwarves give it to them.
Sure.
Because if the dwarves get a chance to...
So now it's even worse to just one successful block and then the supported block on the right, and Chad has free reign on the right
yeah,
side.
absolutely, right. Yeah, you just blitz away the storm vermin.
Yeah.
You blitz away the gutter runner, and then you just run your runner up to where all of your dwarves are standing waiting to support. Yeah, oh man, he didn't even use this blitz that turn. I think that was a mistake. But, yeah, I hope we don't lose this gutter runner. Alright, I guess I am going to switch. Oh no, I forgot to switch. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty... I don't think I'm doing anything with the guys that are laying... If I'm the dwarf team, I'm not doing anything with those guys. I'm just standing them up so they're available for next turn. I'm probably using my blitz. Probably just take Lagertha. Oh, there we go. Now the frailty of the rats. I mean, that's just what happens to rat teams.
So now would you use your apothecary? Well, I guess a thrower.
Oh, I guess he did use his apothecary.
And you're saying you wouldn't have?
No. I'd save it for the gutter runners. But, I mean, I guess a thrower is a piece too.
Now he better pray he doesn't lose his big guy.
I don't love big guys always. They're cool. They do serve a purpose, but they just
Too soon, Ben. Too soon.
Your team will be better for it. That's my prediction.
We'll see. No, they won't, because I'm going to be saving all my gold to just get a big guy back.
Well,
who ironically eats my blitzes,
right?
Doesn't get up off the ground,
right? Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, right? Like that's the. Oh, so the gutter runner has dodge, so at least it's alive. Oh yeah. No, I forgot dwarves have tackle, so it's not alive.
Okay. Okay.
Armor break, but it's just a
Jeez,
stun.
Wow. It's breaking a lot of armor. Is that typical for dwarves versus rats, I guess?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Rats are armor 7.
Heck, this dwarf team was breaking a lot of armor on my chaos warriors, so
Yeah, yeah. If these dwarves can break armor 9, they can break armor 7. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference when you go from armor 8 to armor 7.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
so I would expect to see. I mean, if you think about it, in the first turn, there was like 3 successful blocks, and 2 out of those 3 were armor breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this turn, we've had 2 blocks, and both of them were armor breaks. So I mean, I think that's going to be pretty normal. And as an
Sure.
agility team like the Rats, they really don't want to be sitting there throwing punches with dwarves who have block, have thick skull, have armor 8 or armor 9. They're just not going to win that attrition game that way.
That's so interesting. I can tell by the way you're talking about it that rats are just not my style. So what do? Do you just outmaneuver and stay out of position?
Yeah, so what you end up doing is a lot of agility teams they like to screen. So they like to stay one square away from the ball, so that really what the opponent gets to do is they get one blitz hit, and that's it. If you're, you know.
Oh, I see. So you engage on your terms as rats.
Yes, yeah, and then when you see an opening like that last turn, that should have been the time when he floods in, tries to blitz the ball, tries to pick it up, and run off with it, right? Like you don't want to stay and fight, but when there's an opening, yeah, you might sacrifice some guys to get the ball and run off with it. But
Yeah.
just standing toe to toe and punching back and forth, like they're just not going to win that game, I don't think. So the good part about rats is even though it looks like the dwarves are off on their own, like all safe over there, I mean, in this next turn, all of these rats can reposition and get around that cage if the dwarves don't close it off, which I don't actually see how they can.
Yeah.
And dodging dwarves is, not going to help them either. So, yeah, I mean, I think this could be a good recovery turn for the rats. Let's see. So what do they have? 7. I mean, the problem is it's hard to get a blitz on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't think he gets a blitz on the ball. Well,
I'll tell you what, though. Big guys are fun.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they absolutely
They don't
are.
give good numbers, but they look cool.
Well, the irony, I think, is where big guys really shine is just standing there.
Yeah, I mean, looking back to my last game, the GFI to get Martin Luther into that group of dwarves really did lock down like 4 guys.
Oh, yeah. And like a rat ogre's perfect for that because he's got prehensile tail, which makes dodging away harder than it would be otherwise. So
Okay, so now what does that do?
yeah, so prehensile tail is, I think it just adds +1 to the dodge. I'm going to pull it up to be sure. Yeah, the opposing players must subtract 1 from the d6 roll if they attempt to dodge out of any of the player's tackle zones.
Okay.
So it just makes the dodge 1 harder than it would be.
Yeah.
So they did knock down that dwarf. So he should be able to, let's see. He could even just blitz the back corner, like blitz Lagertha, and then tag up. Oh man.
That feels risky.
Yeah, that's real risky. So I don't mind him bringing the gutter runner up, but I would probably leave him back a couple of squares.
Well, he's probably looking for an assist. 'Cause he's got 2 guys.
Yeah, so I mean, if he can get a blitz on the ball, then yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But Oh yeah. So that would be a good assist. Yeah, so if he's gonna like run around
Yeah.
D-cut or whatever.
Hopefully a blocker.
Yeah. There is someone who could do it too. If he moves D-cut, the storm vermin next to him, what's it? Church? Chirk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. He's in range. His storm vermin could blitz the front corner of the square of the cage where the gutter runner is.
Yeah.
And then probably what I'd do with my other players is just try to screen off the dwarves from rejoining the fray.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I see.
what you don't want is like Adrius and Merida to start like walking their way over there. And the two ways you can keep a player from moving
Oh,
is
here's
either,
the blitz.
yeah, that's the back corner. That's not bad. I like that. And it's a POW. And so like an armor break right here would be amazing for the rats.
I'd push him toward the sideline, I think.
Absolutely, I agree.
Let's...
Nope.
Okay.
Still good though. And then you got a couple players left free. So yeah, as I was saying though, the kind of the two ways you keep players from being able to move easily is you either tag them, so you get in contact with them, so they're forced to block you,
Mm-hmm.
or you kind of get in between them and where they want to go, which is what you can call screening. Because then they either have to run around you or they have to block through you. And probably rats want to do more of the latter than the former. Although I do like this positioning of the rats quite a bit. I wonder...
Yeah, it looks a lot better than it did last turn.
Yeah.
It's interesting, too. I can already see that I also am not accustomed to how mobile these rats are.
Oh yeah, they'll just switch back and forth sides of the field, no problem. And actually, the fact that these dwarves are spread out across the entire pitch is not good for them, especially considering... Well, I think they're even numbers now. Yeah, they've both had 2 removals. So... But again, rats will play that game all day. Rats would love to have a 4v4 game. Because they can move so far and so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not...
Kind of mesmerizing watching that rat tail. Way
tick
back and
tock,
forth.
tick tock. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is maybe one good thing for the dwarves right now, is that the rat ogre is on the other side of the pitch, so they don't really have to deal with him. They just have to keep standing up in his tackle
Yeah,
zones.
so his movement is 6, which is what
Yeah.
which is what my beastmen are, I believe.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, their big guy moves as far as the dwarves' fastest piece can go.
Yeah.
Man, here's where I feel like, because of how the dwarves are closing in on these rats, that this next turn is going to be critical.
Oh, he's going for the big guy.
Man, I think that's a mistake.
Chad doesn't care, he's bloodthirsty. Enzo got a taste of big man blood, now he wants more.
Yeah, he's just going to chase after it. Yeah, but in general, I would say I think moving more dwarves away from your ball is not a great idea. All it's going to take is a hit on that ball carrier pop the ball loose, and a gutter runner can just run off with it, and the one gutter runner that's laying on the pitch unstunned last turn, so he can stand up and
Yeah.
I mean they could get this ball really far away from the dwarves if they can manage to pop it loose. I'm gonna pop out for a minute. I'll be right
Sure.
back. I gotta put my kids
Yeah,
to
you
bed.
bet.
All right.
So that means the knowledge base for this game is currently absent. Oh, nice. Put some space. So now in order to come at the ball, he's got to use his blitz. Waking up the big guy, going for the risky. Both down with block. That's... So this Enzo guy is the one that killed my Minotaur last game in what was pretty much the final block of the game. He's got a skill. Oh, a couple GFIs trying to get him closer to the where he anticipates he'll want to take the ball. He's got a skill Dauntless. Pull this up. So essentially when he blocks a player with higher strength than him, he'll roll a d6. And if the d6 is greater than the strength of the character he rolls against, then he gets to... Oh my gosh, so much removal this game. He gets to roll with higher strength against the big guy. So already we've had a kill and 2 KOs. Brutal. What will the skaven do? So if he takes down Adrius here, that means whichever one of these that does not throw the block will be freed up to blitz at the ball carrier. But you can push him and not follow, maybe.
Okay. I'm back.
So Chad got a block with Adder, the runner with the ball, to push away this one Skaven that was marking him. And then he got a 2, a both down with Enzo against the big guy, knocked him over.
Yep.
And then he was able to KO a guy. So
oh, okay.
He had a pretty strong finish to his turn. So now it looks like Ryan marked up Adrius and is trying to clear.
Yeah, so it looks like he lost his gutter runner.
Okay, yeah, I didn't catch.
Is that what KO? Yeah, he lost his second gutter. So rat teams can have up to 4 gutter runners, but they don't usually start with that many. So in the beginning, you kind of really want to keep those gutter runners protected because they're really your ball movers.
Sure.
It's good it's just a KO because obviously he can come back, but
maybe not.
yeah, right. It's always a yeah, I don't like it's just the way I would, the way I would try to play it is not to use my gutter runners to mark up probably.
Sure.
But this is actually pretty good. Well, yeah, not exactly.
Yeah, he's really...
I think part of the issue is just Ryan, trying to understand how assisting works and blocking works. Man,
Sure.
if that rat ogre keeps knocking people out, though.
Yeah, a lot of removal from both teams.
Yeah.
So.
And again, I'm of the opinion that favors the rats. That the rats will go one for one with dwarves. All the way down to... So are they at even removals now? Let's see, 3 rats out and... Oops, big guy's running.
3
and
rats,
3 dwarves
2
out.
Dwarves. Oh, but yeah, there's a death. Oh no, just an injury.
Yeah.
So does it show the death? Because there was a rat death.
Yeah, so that was the thrower, and Ryan did use his apothecary on it, so it's just sitting on the bench now.
Okay. So remind me, apothecary means you just re-roll on the injury table, right?
Yes, and I believe it's the casualty table. I always get the terminology of those two mixed up.
Okay, so injury determines whether or not you've broken armor?
Nope.
Or...
So if you knock someone down, there's an armor roll, and then if you break armor, so if you beat the armor roll, then you roll on, I believe the injury table is what it's called, and that determines if it's a stun, knockout, or a casualty. And if it's a casualty, then you roll on the casualty table to see what kind of casualty they receive. So right here, I think this is two things. I think I would take the blitz on the ball. So I would probably try to dodge with the lineman.
He already used his blitz.
Oh, okay.
He blitzed with his big guy because he had to stand him up, too.
Oh.
And then he just used a reroll there, too. So I think it was a good move to use the blitz with the big guy, because then he's more likely to stand up. But... That's
true. Yeah, and he is tying up... No, just one dwarf. Yeah, this is a hairy situation for the dwarves, no doubt. But
although, it's not like he can outrun the Skaven, so it's not like he could do a dodge and break away like
that's
for me.
Yeah, that's like the opposite of what he actually. It's the funny thing, right? Because this is actually kind of where the dwarves want to be anyway. They just want to keep in this scrum like this, hitting back and forth. So, just the problem is now the rats have 3 tackle zones on the ball, and that's pretty impossible. Well, it's not impossible actually because of the way the dwarves are positioned. He could block with his blitzer, Ares. He could stand up blitz with Lagertha, and then he could block with the ball carrier, and that's how you could get 3 tackle zones off of your ball carrier. But I think at some point Ryan is probably going to use his blitz on the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Or actually, if Kin of the Warforge can't get these tackle zones off, he might not even need a blitz.
Yeah.
To hit the ball carrier.
So one thing I dislike about this spectating mode is you can't see what's being considered.
I gotcha.
I think that adds a lot. Because when I was playing with Chad, I'd see which player he had selected, which path he had chosen, what his roles are going to have to be.
Right.
Versus just, sitting here watching the team, waiting for them to make the call.
Right. Ready for them to lock in their final moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the big guy now, It's almost like a really great situation. Yeah, I really like this right here. I really like the dwarves rejoining and just sacrifice the the journeyman to the rat ogre.
Oh, I see. Yeah, instead of trying to get in there and knock him down again.
Yeah.
So he has frenzy, so he'll get another hit there.
Yeah, that's good. And then he can take him down and then provide the assist.
No, they both have block.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for once, a both down doesn't go in Chad's favor.
Yeah. That's not enough. That's still a 1 die. Oh, why is that a 2 die? Oh, no, yeah, because, yeah, no, that works. I forgot the ball runner is a player too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's canceling.
But doesn't his assist get canceled?
So the ball runner is canceling the assist of the lineman, the rat lineman, who I thought was providing strength to the block. Right.
I see. So you weren't counting on an assist from the... Oh.
Ooh. Oh, man. And a KO on his runner.
And this is a fumble.
Yeah. Not a great scatter for the rats. It would have been so great if it would have scattered down pitch for the rats rather than back up. Because now it's in two tackle zones, right?
Grab it and go, right.
So interestingly, what you might still do though is you might still blitz. So if the scatter's bad for you, something you can always do is hit a guy onto the ball so that it scatters again. And I'm pretty sure I saw you do that in your first game. It was like stuck in 3 tackle zones, and you hit the guy onto the ball and hoped for a better scatter, which pretty much anywhere but there would be a better scatter, I think. Well, he freed up his big guy.
Yeah.
So now his big guy is probably going to try to blitz in, which can be really good because of that frenzy.
Why is Enzo always pounding his hands together?
He just wants to hit somebody. He's like, let me at him.
He's done enough.
Nice. Okay. This can be a good block.
Getting a lot of breathing from your mic, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a terrible position. Does he doesn't have any...
Was it inside your nostril?
Yeah, I shoved it up there just to see, like, what the sound quality would be like.
Yeah, we heard it.
Man. That's still good. So I still might, even at this, try... I hate the tackle on the dwarves, but dodging away the gutter runner. Mm-hmm. I guess he's still got his blitz.
Which he could blitz with his big guy.
Yeah, blitz with his big guy. Get the last tackle zone off the ball.
Get a stun, too.
And then dodge away with his gutter runner. Go pick up the ball. And then... Ironically... Well, there's only 3 turns. Let's see. 9, so... It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I mean, the problem is he can't really get away from the dwarves. So maybe you blitz Adrius then with the ogre.
Yeah.
And that
Who were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking he could blitz the last tackle zone off the ball.
Oh.
So
Ilda?
Ilda, yeah. But it might be better to blitz Adrius because then the gutter runner doesn't have to dodge. The only problem is he does. He will have to dodge.
Well, he would, yeah. He'd have to dodge on his way out.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, who are we hitting? I didn't
Okay,
expect.
interesting.
I think he might have been trying to chain push there. Still think this is a good position for the rats.
So
Regardless.
since I missed the beginning, who received?
Oh, yeah, this is the dwarf's drive.
Okay.
So it's
So
on
even
the.
a stop would be good for Ryan.
Yeah, yeah, because he's receiving the ball next turn. But I mean,
Gotcha. Sorry, what
he's.
were you saying?
I was just gonna say, regardless of what he does, yeah, I would definitely dodge him away. I would go for the pickup. There you go.
Oh,
That
that's
works.
kind of nice.
Yep. So now it's on the dwarves to knock him down, which,
It'll probably happen.
yeah, they can do. But um, I don't know how the dwarves recover it. I mean, this looks really good for the rats, I think, right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's gonna stand up. I should look at the names. I think he's gonna stand up Airy.
I'm gonna put their names above their head. Okay.
He's gonna stand up Airy. He's gonna use Victoria to get that Storm Vermin off of the Troll Slayer, Dauntless against the Giant, so that he can then take Ilda and knock down one of those guys, and then he's going to blitz at the ball with Adrius.
Mm.
That's my guess. Oh, okay.
Well, he's still got Lagertha that he could blitz with, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, is Lagertha the one on the sideline here?
And he is going to do that. He's just not going to do all that stuff beforehand. He's just going to go straight for
I guess
it.
that makes sense. He doesn't want to do a bunch of risks before.
Yeah. Yeah, because no one's got rerolls anymore, so I like this. So this is interesting, right? Like, I feel like it makes sense, and that your order of operation, man, that's a terrible scatter for the dwarves. I mean, I guess is there a good scatter for the dwarves? I don't know. But next to a rat ogre is not a good scatter, I don't think.
If he can knock the Rat Ogre down into it.
True. True. Enzo is sitting there, clapping his fists. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, what's interesting to me is like how your order of operations, like your order of moves, can change depending on whether or not you have a reroll, right?
Sure.
Because like you get to a point where like, what is the thing I need to happen this turn? I need the guy with the ball to go down. So
Well, maybe your order of operations.
well, I mean, even like I feel like even Chad changed possibly the order.
Yeah, one thing I noticed when I watched your cast of our first game were those comments that stuck out to me, because I guess I knew, generally speaking, what was risky and what wasn't, but I wasn't taking that as far as I could.
Mm.
He's not getting any downs for this one so far.
Mm-hmm. 3 turns left. The ball's in a pretty good spot for the rats.
Yeah.
I mean, all they got to do is pick it up, run to the left side as I'm looking at it. I'm looking from the Warforge side of the field.
Is this guy Rawson, is he a loner? Oh, he must be an inducement player.
Yep, he must be a journeyman. Yep, to take the place
Yeah.
of an injured dwarf this game. Yeah, and
I still think we're gonna see a block come from Enzo.
yeah, I think you're right. So here's an interesting thought. Something I like to man, he's not passing his dauntless this game.
Yeah.
Now he takes a mighty blow hit from the rat ogre. But he's okay. Alright. So
Yeah,
what
got
do you do if you're the
3
rats?
on that armor roll.
I don't know if I would have stood him first. Only because I would have considered, well, I guess, yeah, if he's going to try to throw blocks, maybe this makes sense. Yeah, and recover with your storm vermin. Yeah, that's a better plan. But man, how does he get there? Dodge, dodge, dodge. That's like 3 plus, 3 plus, 3 plus, 2 plus. With no rerolls.
I mean, he could run to the outside.
Yeah, what does that look like? 1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, he couldn't get there. But that's what he did, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try to pick up the ball. Oh man, pick up failure. But it's back on a rat. So it's not a turn. Oh, it is a turnover, I'm sorry. I was thinking passing. I think if you're passing and it lands. So this is where turn order's going to bite him, right? Because he should have stood up these other 2 rats, because now they'd be, causing problems for the dwarves.
Yeah.
They'd at least have to deal with them. But now they're just laying on the pitch, so. And we're getting down in turns too, so these rats need to get themselves a scoring threat as well. Otherwise, they're not scoring either. Yeah, they're going to be able to surround this ball carrier. But again, oh man, they've got
I don't know. I think at this point, it's just the dwarves trying to stop a score.
Well, yeah. Agreed. Well, they got the ball down.
Let's see where it goes.
Next to the storm vermin. So you can blitz the storm vermin. Actually, yeah. Oh. No,
You'd
you've
hate
got a
to
free
get a
long
touchdown
beard.
with a journeyman, though.
Yeah, you got a free long beard.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to run him into scoring range so that they've got the chance. I mean, I know dwarves don't really pass that well, but well, it depends on if he's scared that the rats will score.
I wonder if he'll do a 1-die block.
With a journeyman?
Yeah, with the journeyman against the storm vermin.
So that he can pick up with Adrius?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing you could do is you can blitz with Adrius and then pick up the ball with Adrius. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, then that'd be a GFI. 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah, so that was kind of what I was seeing, right? Like, I knew he could bring him down, but the question is, by doing this, he's basically saying, I'm not scoring this drive. Right? Well, yeah, he's saying I'm not scoring this drive, basically. Because that was the guy he could have run down into, like, scoring range. Because after this turn, he's got one more turn. So if there's no one at the end of this turn that can run into the end zone, then the dwarves are definitely not scoring.
I wonder if he'll, like, stand up Enzo and try and dodge out with him and then go for a pass if he sees that's his only option. Because Adrius can 1, 2 pick up, then 3, 4, and then 2 GFIs.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 GFIs. He's still 5 short.
Yeah, so the one thing about the Troll Slayers is their agility 2. So they're good at hitting things, they're not so good at passing and catching. So technically even like his Blitzer, I guess his Blitzer would be the best shot. So he could blitz with his blitzer into the storm vermin just to hope to knock him down and break away from the ogre, and then
Yeah.
continue his movement out into scoring threat range, right?
Yeah.
Huh? So he's got
There
the
we
ball.
go.
Now here's where maybe he has to do that, right? Blitz.
I mean, regardless, I think he wants at least one. Yeah, I think he's going to go for both GFIs here. He almost has to.
Yeah, but it doesn't do him any good if he doesn't have someone who can run it in next
Right.
turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you think he'll blitz with the Troll Slayer and try and dodge out?
No,
Or
I think it's
blitz and
better to
run with the...
blitz with the guy you want to run with, because the act of blitzing moves you away from the ogre, so you don't have to try to dodge away.
Oh, so you think he'll blitz back against the Storm
Yep.
Vermin?
Yep, that would be. I'd try blitzing the storm vermin, because if you knock him down, you don't have to dodge.
I mean,
If
he's
you
only got 20 seconds. He's got to do something.
if you don't knock him down, you have to dodge, but at least you don't have to dodge away from prehensile tail, so it's a little bit
Sure.
easier of a dodge, right?
Yeah.
So and then what's his movement? 5, so he could go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Apparently.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, nice. I don't know if he's going to have time. He chose not to do the GFIs.
I don't think he needs the GFIs. I think he needs a scoring threat. Okay, so he's going to Dauntless into the... See, the problem is he's got Frenzy, so he's moving the wrong way. So yeah, I think really the dwarves are just saying...
Well, and now he has to dodge.
Right.
Okay, I see. So he was just going for hits.
He's stopping the score. He's not trying to score himself, correct?
Now, can he pass? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, he could...
So,
I mean, he can't
Yeah.
score. Right?
Yeah,
because no
right.
one's close enough to be able to make it into the end zone. But he could... Oh, no. Oh, just a stun. Enzo's
Okay.
alive. So I don't love that play. I guess because the rats still have 2 turns. So I would have rather seen a blitz on the ball to try to take that dwarf down. That would allow you to try to, run out with your gutter runner and then run to somewhere where maybe your gutter runner could. I just feel like there could have been opportunities to put rats in scoring position at the end of this turn and attack the ball, possibly. See, so that it's another interesting thing too, because sometimes I think the big guys are just traps. Like, I think they're just like obvious. You see them first and you think about them, you know they can hit easily because they've got the strength. But the good news is he hasn't done any wild animals or bad blocks this game. And he's had
Yeah,
2
boy, he's
removals.
quite an obedient rat ogre.
Yeah. But, like you said, right? This is the dwarves' drive, and so them not scoring is their problem.
Right.
The rats get the ball next turn. So now I think you still run the ball as far downfield as you can as the dwarves, just to make any... I mean, well, hold on. I don't think the rats can score either, right? They didn't give themselves a scoring threat. No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
They are, ironically, a lot closer. Despite being...
Yeah, but not close enough, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So no one's scoring this half. So, yeah, which means really then the dwarves can just maximize blocks this turn.
Right.
Try to get as many, armor breaks and removals as they can. Thin out the number of rats before the second half.
So now all the KOs will get a chance to come back in after the end of this play, right?
Yep. Yeah. Anytime the play ends, either due to half or score, all
you
your
think
KOs.
He's gonna foul?
Oh, yeah, he could.
So
I don't
do you
think
get
he's
an advantage if you foul on a stunned player?
No. So fouling works similar to blocks that people can help or assist it by standing other players near the fouler or near the fouled player. And that adds a +1. And when you foul, it's a direct roll against armor.
What do you mean by that?
So it's like when you knock someone down, right, and you roll against their armor. So like if they were to foul that storm vermin, they'd roll a 2d6 against his armor, right? And so if you bring other dwarves to stand around that player and help, they each add +1 to that roll. So as you can see, like, they just need an 8 with just one guy fouling. You stand 2 guys next to him. All of a sudden you need a 6 or higher. That's a 50% chance of removing a player. Or, I guess not removing, but armor breaking.
I see. And so in a normal block, you don't get the strength to the armor roll, just to the
Right,
to
the
block
straight right,
damage.
the assisting in a block just helps you determine whether or not you get to roll 1 dice, 2 dice, or 3 dice again to block
Right.
with.
Okay.
And then the only things that modify armor breaks are things like Mighty Blow and
Nicht.
another rat gone. Well, I didn't see. Can we see if they have any? Okay. If you press up, you can see, and it looks like Kin of the Warforge does have a cheerleader, but Pied Piper Brigade does not have any cheerleaders.
Wonder what the logic was behind that, just so that he couldn't get hit at.
To run him away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Did he use his blitz?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. Maybe he just didn't see any good hits. So now here's where you just probably hit with your big guy. Or storm vermin, at least.
So what are the potential consequences of fouling?
Yeah, so you can get sent off, which means you're removed for the rest of the game, right?
Gotcha.
So you risk a removal yourself. And you get removed on doubles, basically. So you roll a 2d6, and on any doubles, you get removed from the pitch. And that's where bribes come in, right? So you can use a bribe then to try to stop your player from being removed.
What is that? Just a reroll?
It's a 4+.
Oh.
There's eating the dodge, or eating the blitz.
Yeah, the first time this half.
So now he's only got a 1-die block left to him against a dwarf. So at this point, maybe I dodge away. I don't know. Maybe you take... You do one or the other, I suppose. You take the 1-die block. Or you dodge away.
Well, why do either?
Well, because if you just base him, then you're just going to get hit anyway.
Yeah, but it's over. Chad doesn't get another turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Then you definitely don't dodge away.
That's it.
Yeah, first half in the books. 0-0. Yeah, so I mean, like, going into the second half, the rats are going to start with the ball. And my general comment when they're on defense would be maybe don't mark as many players and probably go for the ball when you've got openings like that.
Dwarves get 2 back, rats get 1.
Yeah, I was going to see, did the...
Alright, my Apple Watch told me to stand up, so I'm gonna go to the fridge and get a beer.
There you go. Yeah, so it doesn't look
For
like
my health.
The cheerleaders did anything. That half. Alright, so what are we at? We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players against 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so even players then. Yeah, so now I think the decision for the rats is to decide, do they try to draw this half out and score as late as possible, making it more difficult for the dwarves to return score, or do they just try to score as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
Either way, my advice for rats on offense would be probably try to spread out a lot, like field-wise. See if they can bait the dwarves in to kind of chase after the ball and then break away with the ball and run to the other, run into the other half. Ooh, I don't like moving that guy off the line. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He's got a rat ogre up there for strength.
Cheering fans.
Kin of the Warforge gets another reroll. That's good. Good for them.
Alright, so let's address some theme here.
Okay.
What are the skaven? I see the guy on the sidelines. Or no, maybe he's back in the game. Yeah, who is that in the
thrower?
very back?
Yeah, that's their thrower.
The rat. The guy with the... Yeah, the thrower.
Yep.
Are they like Venom, you know, with the toxins and...
Oh. I don't think... That's a good question for the lore. I know, so like the rats have access to...
Mutations?
Mutations, so I'm not quite sure what gives them that ability. I thought it was like something called a warp stone. I'm probably heavily mangling Games Workshop lore here. But I think the tubes you're seeing is just like the throwers have like a kind of like a t-shirt cannon type of thing to throw the ball.
I see that, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
These commentators.
Yeah, so like I'd even consider now running backward, like toward my own end zone. Just because, like, even where he's standing now, right? Like Magnus. Oh, see, now he's in. Yeah. I suppose you could try caging up.
It just seems too easy to use the movement speed difference against the dwarves.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at, right? Like, the fact that the dwarves are just so slow. I mean, they're just, like, painfully slow. It just feels like you could really... I mean, if he's going to do what he's doing and come up, like, this is pretty good. The only problem with this kind of screen, a single-man screen, is one blitz in that line, and people can get through.
And then the next guy comes right through.
Yeah, well, even the guy that blitz can come through, right? So
Right.
it's just something to. So I would probably take the guys on the. Yeah. What would I do? Yeah, I think I just play agility teams a little bit differently. Um, I probably would take some rats and run them into the dwarves' side of the field as potential scoring threats, and just kind of stretch out the field. Get my players like all throughout the pitch, and then try to look for an opportunity to kind of work my way around. Yeah, taking advantage of the dwarves' lack of movement, or even switch sides. You could do what you're doing, but move all the way to one side. And if the dwarves come over to meet you where you're at, then just literally switch sides of the field.
Yeah.
And in the process of trying to reposition from one side of the pitch to the other, I think you'd get really, really favorable positioning against the dwarves.
Well, so Airy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Put their names above their head. Airy, yep, the blitzer.
Go for it. Can mark the ball carrier.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With 2
5.
GFIs.
And a dodge.
No, that would be without having to use a dodge.
So he's only got movement 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, 5. Okay.
1, 2. Yeah, I think he needs that square.
Gotcha.
That Lelich is, but yeah.
Sometimes I don't know why one is selected, and I get confused.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean he could still crowd that side. Yep, put that guy there.
Well, heck, if he blitzes that guy out, then he could get him with the GFI. Oh, he'd need to dodge again still.
Yeah, right, yeah. I don't think he's getting to the ball this turn, but he can start putting pressure. I mean, the nice thing about wrapping around this way as the dwarves is they stop kind of the field switching shenanigans, right?
Sure.
The rats can't really just switch sides of the field if they start crowding in and pushing them into the sidelines like that. Let's see how far that... It's just so crazy how far that cutter runner can go.
I'd like to see some passing. I don't know why, but
I think you will. In the game,
fun thing to watch.
Yeah, in the game I played against the Pied Pipers Brigade, the Pied Piper Brigade, they passed like every possession, so they made good use of the thrower. That's why he's got that. That's why he's got the 3 SPP. I think it's all from throwing. This is still tough for the dwarves. I can understand him spending a lot of time trying to figure out what positioning he wants for this.
Yeah. I mean, not counting the campaign, this is Chad's 3rd game. So.
Yeah, and one of those games is on Skaven too, right? So he's fully aware of like how quickly they move. Oh, really? Okay.
He played as Skaven his first game ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and this to me is exactly why I feel like the rats are okay going down in numbers in even numbers as the dwarves. So the dwarves just need so many more players to cover the same amount of field.
Yeah, I think Chat's doing a good job of not overcommitting to one side of the field or the other.
Yeah.
He's reinforcing the opposite side that he's wrapping around on.
Enzo gets up and hits. Yeah, this is pretty good positioning. I like this a lot. I still feel like. So I still think. I don't know, which way are you looking at it? Oh, did he run out of time?
It looks like it.
Okay.
I don't know if he intended to keep Victoria and Merida back, but
Well, so ironically, whether he did it on purpose or not, I think it's a good call. I
sure.
do think that he's still weak on the sideline. I think that, I mean, no rat is free, so they would have to dodge to do it. But I mean, you just blitz Adrius, and then you could probably get a few of your rats down the sideline.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't even take the ball yet this turn. Maybe you leave the thrower with the ball and you move some players down the sideline. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to do. Man,
Boy, he's breaking armor plenty.
yeah, that rat ogre's doing a thing. Mighty Blow did a thing again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, yeah, Mighty Blow caused him to break armor.
Brought it up to 10.
Right, yep.
I guess if you ever see the Mighty Blow bonus on an armor roll, then you know it was used to break the armor, right?
Yes. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If it's just a stun, yeah, you're right. Oh man,
Oh, man.
that's so good for the rats. Just badly hurt though, so he'll be back next game. But Enzo's done punching people this game.
So I take it Chad did not get an apothecary. No, he got
Uh,
more rerolls. Look at that. He's got 4.
I think. Well, I don't know how many rerolls he had during your game, but one of the rerolls in this half is because of the kickoff table.
Did he have 3 then?
He must have, yeah. So maybe he did buy another reroll.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many rerolls he had in his first game.
I feel like in the first game I had 2. I know that. I don't know how many he had.
Yeah. Man, big hole in the middle of the field now.
Yeah, look at that.
I think this is where you switch sides with the rats. You've got your rat ogre standing in the way of those 3 dwarves coming back over. Well, he's still got 3 standing dwarves, but there's a stun dwarf there. I mean, yeah.
Is he blitzed? I don't think he has.
No, he has not, and he can blitz. He can do
He
a
can
dodge
with,
blitz.
Lelouch.
Yeah, so this is where I think before you blitz, well, I don't know where he's going to do his blitz, but I think before you blitz, you want to move your ball. Because it's too dangerous where it is if you fail something. Yep. So you move your gutter runner. I would go further even, maybe. Well, there you go. That's one way to do it. So that was an inaccurate pass, but it thankfully scattered to the gutter runner.
Okay, I was wondering if that was just an animation that had
Nope.
hit the ground first.
So, yeah, it was a 4+ pass. He rolled a 3. So it was an inaccurate pass and landed in the square.
Does he
him.
get the SPP for that?
No, because it's not a successful pass.
Gotcha.
It was a successful catch, but not a successful pass.
And you don't get SPP for catches, is that correct?
Correct, yeah. You get them for passes, for completed passes. Yeah, so the other thing, too, is I don't think he needed to make that pass quite that difficult. He could have moved up much closer, done a short pass.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Uh-oh. Is he gonna reroll?
I guess he
He
is.
is.
Oh, because it was his blitz. Yeah, that's a good blitz. That's worth it. And the knockdown makes it doubly worth it.
Yeah.
And you might even, well, he doesn't have his reroll, but you might consider dodging him, continuing him through, and
Sure.
moving him like maybe 2 more squares. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's really good. Now you've basically cut off Adrius from joining.
Right.
Yeah, that's really good.
So it looks, I'm assuming Victoria's gonna be a big part of this next turn.
Oof. That's okay. You don't re-roll that anyway. The only downside to that though is now I think they have a hit on the ball. Let me see. Yeah, I think they do. Because you can cancel out the Rat Ogre's assist with one of your dwarves, and then you just blitz with your Longbeard, and because you're strength 3 against a strength 2 gutter runner, you've got the 2 die.
Yeah.
So that rat not being standing at the end of this means that they can get a blitz on the ball. A 2 die block with tackle.
And if he comes around the front,
That's a 50% chance of. Yeah, that's a 50. Well, I mean, even if he doesn't, it's a 50% chance of knocking him down. So. I don't think he can get to him from the front.
Oh right, he'd have to dodge the.
Yeah, I think he's got to do it from the backside. But it's still a pretty good hit.
Man, so next week is our game, huh?
Yeah. I think the blood trails are going to continue to follow the kin of the Warforge, though. For at least a little bit here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm nervous. More nervous than I was against the rats, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, my chaos don't have anything too dangerous yet.
Yeah, strength 4 warriors are nothing to sneeze at, though. Those are really hard to throw blocks against. Good blocks, I should say.
I think he's gonna try and take the big guy down? Or is he gonna walk around? Oh, I see. It's open there.
2, 3. Yeah, but he is not canceling the assist from Nikic. You know who I'm talking about? I was thinking he would blitz from the square he's standing in now. If he blitzes from the next square over, there's a third tackle zone on that one.
I see.
Oh, no, yeah, he just blocks from the front. And he gets him down. Hopefully this gutter runner doesn't die.
Oh, boy.
Just a stun. Oh, on another rat? Oh no, did it land on a dwarf?
Yeah.
Oh, and he caught it.
Yeah.
Nice. Standing next to a rat ogre, though.
Right.
It should be fun.
But Ilda's got it.
Yeah?
Shame it was someone who can't try and dodge out.
Yeah, I mean, dwarves have to be pretty pleased with that, though. They have the ball now. The only gutter runner in the game is stunned, so they don't have to worry about him next turn. And they've got the rats all wrapped up in it.
Samute of hell. I don't know these names. Are these the default ones?
I think they might be, yeah.
Oh, we re-rolled it.
He's got 4 rerolls, so I suppose that's not too.
That's true. You almost
hurtful.
can't use 4 in a whole round unless you do it like I do it.
1 every turn.
Yeah. Re-roll my GFIs. Yeah, I think that rat ogre's gonna...
Oh yeah, he's hitting with the rat ogre, no doubt. He didn't even think about it, and he goes down. So then, interesting he picked that direction, but the injury is really nice.
Fractured leg.
And
Missing
a
a
next
game.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, any of these injuries that stick will affect my game with the dwarves, actually.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, that's a good scatter. So then what? Probably run out Nikic, that lineman again, run him downfield, pick up with your thrower, try to toss it to Nikic. In that order. Well, no, or you could pick up with the thrower, run up to Nikic, pass it to him, and let Nikic run off with it. Man, he really likes doing the longer passes.
This free camera is so sensitive. Trying to get a good angle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you can end up all the way down there.
Alright, we're going back to...
So now you blitz the runner, I think. Right? And maybe you take 1 GFI with that guy. Oh man, it's so risky. Oh, he's got a reroll. Yeah, so you take 1 GFI so you're out of range of the long beard. And then you blitz the runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you do. You take 1 more step. Oof. Or you roll a skull. I guess you don't take 1 more step. Alright.
So... Oh, okay. Yeah, he can do a blitz, no GFI.
Right. Yeah, he blocks off the storm vermin with the long beard.
It is a 1 die, though, so...
True.
Unless he can get someone else up there.
Yeah, but again, it's a 1 die with a runner. Yeah, that's not as good.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have block for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd want to try to make it 2 die. Oof.
Ooh.
And that's not enough to free him, so he still has to dodge.
And it's not Enzo, so he doesn't have frenzy.
Yep. So he's still got to dodge. So it's what's his? He's an agility 3. So a 3+ dodge into a 1 die.
So how does dodging work? Do you get pinned against the agility of the player you're dodging?
No, yeah, so it's your agility, the agility of the player, and it's basically determined by how many tackle zones you are dodging into. So
out of?
Nope, into. So it doesn't matter how many tackle zones you are in, it just matters how many you're dodging into. So as long as there's an open square on your player, if you dodge into that, then it's just a regular dodge roll, which
is...
Yep, so on the agility table, you're always like 7 is your lucky number. So you usually take the person's agility and figure out what you need to get to 7, and then you take any modifiers. So
he would need a 4+?
Well, no, because attempting a dodge, you get a +1 modifier automatically. So he would need a 3+ to dodge into empty space. To dodge into a tackle zone, he'd need a 4. To dodge into 2 tackle zones, he'd need a 5, and so on, right? That's why surrounding your ball carrier with tackle zones makes it so difficult, because it's the fact that they have to dodge into those tackle zones that makes it the problem.
I don't know why, but that's still a bit over my head.
what that ends up meaning is that for the runner to dodge into empty space would be a 3+.
Which is into 0 tackle
zero tackle
zones.
zones. Yep, would be a 3+.
Because he gets a +1. So if they add +1 to everything, why don't they just make it so you have to get a 6?
Well, so because the way Blood Bowl set up their rule structures, they created an agility table. And so your base agility table is that 7 is your number. And then everything you do has a modifier. Yep.
Here it comes.
Oh,
and
the
POW.
POW.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
That's the roll we needed.
And a armor break, so now he can't just stand up and run off with the ball again. He's got to get someone else involved.
Does he have a move left? Can he GFI to... Yep.
Nice.
There it is.
Well, so now the rats could do the same thing. Stand up a bunch of players and blitz with the gutter with the storm vermin.
Yeah. What's that skill that he has? Is that a dodge?
Which one? The runner?
Sure hands.
Yeah,
okay.
sure hands. Allows him to reroll
I'm still getting
pickups.
used to the iconography.
Oh yeah. Yep.
See, I might have even passed that.
I think. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'd rather have... Well, maybe not, because those two guys could just stand right up. Yeah, maybe not.
Right. Yeah, I think it's better in this situation on a dwarf. Ugh. That was really risky.
Well.
So there's a perfect example, right? So he stepped into one square, dodged into a single tackle zone, was a 3+.
So he needed a 4+, right?
Well, he needed a 3+ because gutter runners have agility 4.
Gotcha.
And then to dodge
to
into and then to dodge into open space, he just needed a 2+.
Okay. Well, at least he's got frenzy.
Hopefully that's a good thing. It is.
Yeah.
How far can that thrower go? Kind of
Do you
far
know the
enough,
story
actually.
of the Nurgling and the Great Unclean One?
No. Oh, is this commentary?
It was just such a cryptic statement by Jim, who's the vampire.
Yeah, Jim is the vampire. Here's where another scenario where I'd like to see him try to go for the ball and not put his players.
I don't understand this formation.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, I guess he's trying to hit this guy. It's not going to work, though. I would have rather seen him dodge away with the storm vermin and blitz that ball carrier.
Sure.
I mean, it's a 1-die.
Well, that's what I thought he was doing when he marked it with the gutter runner.
Yeah, it's a 2-die blitz with block. So yeah, I mean that would be. I don't know what the. I'm not good at calculating chances, but.
Well, so 2, 3, 4. Or no, the move is 3. So a POW. What's the POW with the exclamation mark called?
Defender stumbles.
Defender stumbles.
Which in this case would be good, just as good as a POW.
Right, yeah, so both down a POW and a defender stumbles, so 3 out of 6.
Yeah, 50%.
How do you compound the odds?
You only need... So I think you... I took probability.
Okay, here it comes.
Just
Was
a
it
push,
just a
though.
push?
Yeah, just a push.
Okay.
So now he might have to throw a block with his runner.
Right. And then no movement.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But he can pull. Who is that? He can pull Magnus.
We
Down
might see
for
a
a little.
scoreless game here, the way this is shaping up. I don't know. I think the Rats still have a good chance to score in this position.
You don't think the dwarves can pull one out?
No, I think they can.
I'm still wondering if he's going to try and pass.
Yeah, so you were asking why don't they just, if they just add a +1 to everything, and what I was saying was that Games Workshop made an agility table basically, and so every single thing you do uses that agility table plus a modifier. Right. So dodging is a +1. Oh man.
A lot of removal.
Yeah, that's a storm vermin too. So I think that gets rid of all the block on the Rats team. Yeah, I think that was the last bit of block they had. See, and to me, that's just a good example of why, like, trying to stand there and throw blocks with dwarves is risky. Riskier even, I think, than like dodging out and taking the hit on the ball.
You mean as a skaven to throw blocks against dwarves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. That's what I thought you were saying. Yeah, I'm unsure if he's gonna try to dodge away with the ball runner or
I think what you,
if he's just gonna block. I mean, he currently is outnumbering the Rats on this side of the field by 1.
yeah.
And so 1, 2, 3 turns after this one. 4 turns after this one. Yeah, I might throw the block and hunker down.
Yeah, if he can. He's got to bring. The problem is he's got to hunker down so far deep in his own territory, and he's only got 4 turns after this to move.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's got 6 movement. Ah, there's the attempted dodge, and that's the danger of dodging with
He's
dwarves.
got plenty of rerolls.
He does, yeah. You use it, obviously.
Right.
And he makes
Yeah.
it. That's much better. Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Boy,
Yeah.
must feel nice to have all those rerolls.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm changing my tune a little bit. I think it's now looking like I think the dwarves still have enough time to march the ball down and score. Ooh, I don't like that though. I guess he's doing it so he can throw a block. Yeah, I guess so. Throw another block against the thrower. Gets him down.
Oh, and he stuns him.
Yeah, and he stuns him. Stand up your guy next to the rat ogre, and then your turn's done, I think.
Boy, what a sound.
Hey man, it's hard for dwarves to get up.
I guess so. All that armor.
Yeah, and they don't want to drop their beer while they do it.
Well, and I certainly wouldn't want to stand back up next to a rat ogre looking thing like that.
Yeah, so now what do you do as the rats?
Well. Ooh. Push him. You got frenzy. Yeah. There we go. That's good.
Yeah, that's kind of a side activity. Man, I don't like that he's pushing that dwarf. I guess he's trying to get his rat ogre back into play.
Right. Yeah. That was my thought.
So you could take one of your linemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You gotta cancel some assists. Well,
Mm-hmm. Boy,
Actually,
he's really almost outnumbered to a degree that makes it feel really tough, especially with the stuns.
the rats.
Yeah.
I think with a GFI he could get an assist on the ball. Oh, he's already stood up his lineman downfield. Man, why did he just stand him up? I think he should have walked him. Oh man, one die blocks.
Risky.
So powerful. Yeah, perfect, because the chances of the ball scattering twice from there is huge. So I would not re-roll this. I would let it scatter again.
Yeah, because it's probably going to scatter right away from the dwarves.
But he did re-roll it. Okay. Yeah, and it's still in a good spot for him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the free guy. D-cut is free.
Yeah.
I say he picks it up.
Pick it up, run across to the other side.
See, and that's where you want your re-roll.
Oh, and you can only use one per turn.
Well, he used his last one regardless, so yeah.
Okay.
But yes, you can
more.
You can only use one per turn. You're correct.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would let it fall and use your reroll on the 3+ instead of the 4+. Especially, and this might be, just learning the game as well. Like bobbling or missing a catch like that when it's bobbling is not a turnover, so. Oops, there goes the gutter runner. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Well, the nice thing is the rats do still have it in 2 tackle zones.
Mm-hmm.
And the runner's on the floor. Okay. Victoria can not provide. What's going on here?
Okay, so I'm thinking he's going to throw a block at Lelich from Magnus.
Okay, it's a 1 die.
Yeah.
Ooh. 1 die skull into POW.
He needed that.
Yep.
And then he's gonna blitz in
with Victoria.
And then stand up and pick the ball up with his runner.
It's a
That's
GFI,
my bet.
but he can do it. Yep. GFI's a success, just pushes. So
Gets him off the ball, but
yep. And now you try to pick up with sure hands, which, that's good.
yeah. Honestly, I might pick up and run him right back into that same spot.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've got the 2 rats there.
Yeah, but they're on the floor. Oh man, sure hands, doing a thing.
How much movement does he have left? Yeah, not much. Yeah, I think I'd just go right back.
I mean, to be fair, where he's at is not terrible.
It's not bad.
How do people get... Well, yeah, I mean, especially because of the way his other dwarves are positioned. The Raisin... Is it Raisin? No, I think it is. Raisin and Lagertha. Those 2 are like really well positioned to create like a ton of tackle zones. Oh, I forgot about that lineman down there. Okay, yeah, so the lineman with a GFI could provide an assist on the ball. So, yeah, there's really just no safe places. So maybe you just back up 1 space, so then you at least get the support of... Yeah, I think maybe you do that. Because then you've only got 1 corner that's got a 1 tackle zone, and so they
Right.
really can't get more than one die on the ball if you back up one space. I think that's what you do. He's thinking about it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what do I do? He might be counting squares too. Like he's only got 3 turns after this, and he's got 6
Right.
movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
Yeah.
he needs not full movement on all 3 turns, but well, I guess he needs 2 turns and a couple GFIs right now. Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna
He
leave him
chose to
there.
stay.
Okay. So yeah, I think here what I do is run that line. Well, he's a really good. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Yeah, I mean he could take one of his linemen that are lying down on the ground, and I think with a GFI he can provide an assist against the ball carrier, and then blitz with his standing lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't love that though, because 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, so maybe you just bring your lineman that's down on the sidelines back into the play to provide an assist, and then blitz with D cut. I think he ought to blitz the ball this turn though. And I think he can even make it a 2 die. Have to dodge. So a GFI, a dodge, and a 2 die. So that's 2 plus 3 plus, and a 2 die on the ball. Oh,
Here we
he's
go.
just gonna 1 die blitz with him. Okay. No, that's the danger of 1 die. Oh, and a removal. Punished for not making it 2 dice. Well, this is pretty good now.
Yeah.
I think. I think. I think you just. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of a interesting play, but you could actually.
Are you thinking take Adrius into the thrower, Magnus into Lelich, and then run through that gap to the midfield?
No, I mean I like him staying on the sideline pretty good. Just the problem with dwarf runners is no one else on the dwarf team can keep up with him. So at
Yeah.
some time he's going to have to break away from the pack. And what I'm thinking right now is that with Victoria and Magnus there, they're doing a pretty good job of blocking out Lelich and Nibbler. And so I kind of tempted to like throw blocks in that direction. And then just like keep D-cut tagged so that he just has to dodge out into a 1 die. Oh, but he throws a 1 die block. Well, the power of rerolls at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, now he's, like, blocked his runner's path. Uh, no, there's still a path through.
Yeah.
2, 3. But now, like you said, now he's going to midfield.
I'm a little surprised. Yeah, I guess the runner is lower strength, but maybe he could blitz with the runner
Runner's not lower strength. Runner's
into
a
D cut. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the danger is the runner doesn't have a block. I thought about using the runner as an assist, but you really want to break him free. And then,
Right.
yeah, so he is running out there. Okay, yeah, I like that. So who can get to him? D-cut, pretty much everybody. Yeah, pretty much everybody can get to him. At least 3 rats can reach him there. Maybe even the rat ogre. Maybe that's the plan. Oh no, the rat ogre cannot reach. I was gonna say maybe that's the plan. Tempt the rat ogre to blitz and eat it with wild animal.
Yeah. So now we're out of rerolls for the final 2 turns.
Yeah. The rats are gonna have to do some dodging.
Oh, he's gonna blitz here.
Nice. Break himself free
Yeah.
so he can help screen.
Yeah, that was nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. The only problem is they don't move very far, so they're not screening very much. Oh, but he can provide an assist so that he can start doing more blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, 2 die against the thrower. If you get a knockdown, then you get 2 die against Lelich, and then you've only got... Yep. Here it is. Yeah. Good find. This is a push. It's not. Can he reach? Oh, it's a stun. So, can the thrower reach is the question now. The thrower can reach with 2 GFIs. So he can still get a 2 die block on the ball with 2 GFIs and a dodge. And I think you do that. I think you need to take that runner down. Oh, and another dodge. So it's... oh, man.
I don't see the thrower being able to reach.
1, 2, let me see. So he's got 7 movement, so it's 3 to stand up. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, GFI, GFI. He can stand and provide an assist so that D-cut can
Oh, I
blitz
see.
2 die.
Okay. So reach is in mark him.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think you do that dodge, stand next to the ball carrier so you can 2 die block it. Although, gosh, what is it? It's 2 dodges and 2 GFIs. Oh, man. No, he's giving it up. He's letting him score. Okay.
Or he's gonna dodge and do a 1 die block.
True. No, because he's used his blitz on the rat ogre.
Oh, yeah.
So the most he can do is mark him now, which...
Interesting choice.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose what he could do is he could take his lineman up, mark the dwarf that could assist, and then run his line rat down to just kind of like run him down to in front, actually.
Right.
So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Still
6.
needs to dodge.
Yeah, because he would have to dodge, but he'd have to dodge away from the end zone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for it. Go for it. It would force him to use 2 go for it's to get in the end zone. And with no rerolls, that's oh no, I think he's going to throw a block here. I think that's a mistake because I think he's just giving up the touchdown. I think he should dodge out and stand in front. Ah, come on. Oh, and he's dead. Punished for doing the right play. Yeah.
At least it's just a lineman.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but there's the score. Man,
And
that
with
was
2 turns, Chad can throw some blocks this turn.
Yeah, that was the right play. That was absolutely the right play. Um, maybe not the storm vermin, but marking that player and dodging away to I still think I would have liked. I guess the double dodge was doomed to fail regardless. Man, look at all those sixes. Armor break 6-6, injury 6-6, casualty 6-2. That's 5 sixes in a row.
No cute stuff from Chad.
Yeah, I mean, if you get an opportunity at a touchdown so late in the game, because now the Rats have 2 turns to score a touchdown, which Rats are entirely capable of doing with a thrower and a gutter runner.
See, now I'm into those cheerleaders playing techo drums. That's cool. Chad did complain during our first match that he had human cheerleaders, but it must have been because he was at my field. Oh my gosh.
So good for the Rats. The Rats could do a 2-turn. They've got a plan for it, though. There are not enough players on the field to cover the field to stop it. Oh, there's only a 1-turn. Oh, darn. That's harder.
Is it possible?
Yeah. With a gutter runner, 9 movement. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go for it. Yeah, it is. Depending on how the dwarf's set up. But I don't think it's a new coach-friendly activity, though. It requires a lot of planning and some chain pushes, because you basically have to push the dwarf player into your side of the field so you can push him into your player, kind of pushing your player onto their side of the field, because he's got to get within 11 squares. So he's got to push himself basically two beyond the line of scrimmage with the ball on his gutter runner. So you kind of have to like set up for it and roll some dice. But it's possible.
That doesn't even sound like an experienced coach-friendly thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even really do it that well. I understand
Looks like
the concept.
Merritt has already gotten a level.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so what do you put on a dwarf runner? Probably block. As boring as that is.
Wild animal. Insult to injury from the big guy.
Yep.
Although, that rat ogre did a lot of work this game.
Yeah, he did actually. Oh, sure hand's doing a thing.
Looks like... Okay.
5+ pass. It's bold.
Turnover. That's game over.
Yeah, what a game. Good game. A couple of deaths.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of the deaths was appoed away. So just one death for the Rats.
That's game.
Oh, and Enzo levels up. He gets MVP and levels up. And Lelich levels up too. A couple levels coming out of that game.
So I'm the only team that hasn't had a level up yet.
Well, this is their second game, so... Man, the Pied Piper Brigade got a lot of SPP.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can add...
Oh, bring them in.
Bring them in. Get some comments. See what happens. Who knows, they might just not accept my invite.
Maybe not.
10 armor breaks, 17 armor breaks from the dwarves. I'm interested that they don't have injuries as a stat on the screen.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Ryan.
Well, I'm keeping the loss streak up.
That was a good game, though. That was
Yeah.
there were
That rat ogre was doing some work.
He put in a little bit, yeah.
Hey, hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Good game, guys.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah. A nail biter. A real nail biter.
I said,
Right?
like, halfway through the second half, I said I would not be surprised if this is a no-score game. But
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, so, like, Ben, I know when you're also playing a, what's it called?
agility team.
An agility team.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask about that. Like, could I have set up my guys in a way to have, like, more effective handoffs or...
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. You had, I think probably if I think I gave general advice during the stream, like just in general, but I think the two things I would have said is probably maybe don't mark as many players, giving up like free hits on some of your guys because they're more fragile than the dwarves. And then there were a couple times where I think you had shots at the ball. So there are times when you have to get into tackle zones, like when you're chasing after the ball. And there were a couple times I think you could have probably gotten some 2-dives on the ball and try to take it off the dwarves' hands. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it was good. I think just as far as your throwing, you can always move your thrower closer before throwing. They can move and throw in the same turn. So some of your throws were like 4+ and 5+ throws. Which are, obviously hard to complete.
Gotcha.
But
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a good game, and you were really close. I really thought you were going to bring it in there second half.
Oh,
Yeah.
Until that very last hit and removal, Ben was not convinced that Chad was going to be able to get a goal out of that.
I thought we were good. I didn't think he had the
was I.
movement speed. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got 2 go for it. I was just
Yeah.
like blown away.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to level up. Whoa. That's apparently not how you do it.
Cool.
I'm trying to level up one of my characters that has
Yeah.
Lilu,
right? Or Lelich?
right. So I open him. So it says I rolled for it, but then it didn't do anything.
Okay. Yeah, you should roll dice, and then if you just roll normally, you can pick up his normal access skills. And if you roll doubles, then you can get the other skills that are... So when it rolls the dice, then you have to pick the skill you want to give him, basically.
That's what I'm saying. So how do I do that? Because I'm trying to select stuff.
Yep.
It says cancel and select, but it doesn't really give me an option.
Okay.
Or at least I don't know of a way to move the mouse to choose one.
You have to click on the general or agility or whatever one you want to look at the skills for.
Okay, I had to hit X first to even
Yeah,
get there.
and then you can look at the skills, and then you can
Oh,
go
yeah.
back and look at the other categories.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if you cancel out of this, like, you can always give him a skill later.
Right, but your
you don't-
roll persists, just FYI.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you'll always have the same roll. Cool. Well, what'd
Yeah,
you guys think of the game?
It's way different when you're against someone that's trying to like move around you than someone that just wants to fight. Like I kept trying to get in fights, and then that set Ryan up to be able to like just run a whole circle.
Oh yeah, run around to.
Right. And I guess I've never seen a pass that didn't just fail or succeed.
Oh yeah,
one
the
of my
inaccurate
rolls.
pass. Yeah.
Inaccurate pass, yeah.
And I wasted one of my rerolls once I'd knocked the ball from
Oh
him
yeah.
because he failed to catch it. And then
Yeah.
he failed that, and then the next player tried to grab it, and he failed it too. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, that I did. Yeah, I assume that was probably just not being aware of the game mechanics. But yeah, you probably I would have recommended not re-rolling that first catch on the bobble, and save it for because then when you went to go try to pick it up like with one of your players, not catch it but pick it up, you rolled a 1 then, and having that re-roll might have been the difference of picking it up or not.
So, can you explain one more? First of all, I enjoyed my second game much more than my first game.
Oh, good. Good.
So,
It's probably because you were playing with Chad and not playing with me.
I mean, you're not bad to play with, Ben.
Okay.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, coincidentally, I did not enjoy streaming with you. It's weird.
So right now I don't have enough gold to purchase another player, and I
Okay.
only have 10 people on my roster.
Yeah.
So I think I saw him go through it. So you just start the game and then you just pick somebody out of the crowd, essentially, right? But you haven't purchased them. They're just like a stand-in until you have enough
Yep.
gold.
Yeah. So if you don't have enough players to put 11 on the field, what'll happen is you'll be given a journeyman during the inducement phase of your next game.
Which is
Gotcha.
always like the lineman.
Yep. Which will have the lineman stats, but then he'll also come with
Loner.
loner.
Yeah.
Like Raisin did on Kin of the Warforge
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah, but then since Raisin didn't get any star player points,
You just said, "See you later, buddy."
yeah, it was like I also got greedy and tried to re-roll for more money, and got less money. So
Ooh.
yeah, that'll get me.
You're still burning off some of that karma from taking Martin Luther out.
So I can see your
though.
skill choice then on Lelich.
Yeah, I figure it makes sense, right? Like considering chaos and ogres are in the league, or chaos and trolls, not trolls, dwarves.
Gotcha.
So what is the skill?
Dauntless. I saw Chad use it to decent effect.
Didn't work as well this game, though, I must say.
It never failed last game.
Yeah.
So
It sure as heck didn't.
I think the number of injuries that I got off on Chad's squad was like disproportionate.
I had so many people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
was
think too many of them were super long-term injuries though.
right.
I got killed.
Yeah, just
I think there's a
just,
miss next game,
badly
though.
injured.
Right? You've got one miss
Yeah.
next game, I think.
His blitzer, I think one of his blitzers was badly injured and is out for the next game.
I guess
Gotcha.
one was just a regular,
Oh yeah, Luther.
not badly injured.
Luther. Oh, you got 2 level ups. You got Merida and Enzo are ready for level.
Right?
And
It's nothing personal against you, Chad, but I'm rooting for Enzo's death. He has blood on his hands.
oh, Enzo's Luther
He didn't
is-
make the tackle though, or the block, or the kill, I guess.
You
He just
Troll
does.
Slayer?
Yeah, he was just the backup. He provided strength.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was Lagertha, the like a lineman.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
We've got the
I
video.
have to go back and look.
Is this correct? I'm looking at our play in the league and it says my next match is with Chad again.
That's just because we haven't rolled over to the next round.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think once we
that'll
enable
update
round
once
3.
Ben and I play next week, and then I have to confirm the round.
I'm kind of like one team a week thing because I can like watch your squads
Right.
and on the off week. I don't know. The schedule's working for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah,
So
I love
play
watching the
once.
games. That's
All right, gentlemen. Well, I'm going to start getting ready for bed. Thanks for the games.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Good job. That was fun to watch.
All right, we'll catch
See
you
you
later.
guys later.